hope that it's not a good night for him. It's not going to be a good night for him.
이젠 토트넘 딱 한 팀 남았습니다. 프리미어리그 공식 계정은 그리고 이제는 하나가 남았는데라는 글과 함께 패배하지 않은 클럽이라고 적힌 이미지를 게시하며 토트넘 계정을 태그했습니다. 리그 20개 구단 중 유일하게 무패를 달리고 있는 토트넘에만 색을 입힌 이미지였죠. 북런던 더비 토트넘과 아스널은 10라운드까지 나란히 무패 행진을 달렸지만 11라운드에서 아스널이 시즌 첫 패배를 하며 이제 토트넘 만나는 것인데요. 따라서 프리미어리그 최고의 빅매치인 토트넘과 첼시와의 경기를 앞두고 영국 현지 매체들의 관심이 집중되고 있습니다. 역시나 이번 첼시전에서도 화제의 중심에 있는 것은 손흥민입니다. 이번 경기에 데뷔한 토트넘의 라인업은 완전한 소네팀이라는 말이 나오고 있는데요. 현지 방송에서는 포스텍코글루 감독을 만나 첼시전을 앞두고 손흥민에 대해 인터뷰를 진행했습니다.
Him and Son seems to be thriving under the captaincy. Two parts. One, was he an obvious captain for you when you came in and Harry was leaving? Do you think, right, he's definitely it? And secondly, do you think that's what's got him back to where he was kind of 2 years ago, that added responsibility and leadership?
Was it the obvious one? You know, for me, it seemed to be the right choice. Some of these things are just about timing and, you know, where a group's at and where the individuals are at. And like I've said before, I've got a long history with Sonny, not directly, but, you know, I've been well aware of him as a footballer for a very long time because of the part of the world I come from. And, you know, I've always really liked the way he's carried himself for his club, for his national team, the way people speak about him. And working with him here, I had no doubt he had all the qualities to be an outstanding leader, whether that was as captain or as part of the leadership group. But yeah, I think, you know, particularly with Harry leaving, there was a massive void there, and both on and off the field in terms of presence. And I just thought Sonny was, you know, was a really, you know.
이번 토트넘 첼시전이 더욱 주목받는 이유는 과거 토트넘에서 손흥민을 영입했던 포체티노 감독이 첼시의 수장으로 돌아와 토트넘과 맞붙는 경기이기 때문입니다. 포체티노 감독은 토트넘전을 앞두고 영국 익스프레스와의 인터뷰를 통해 손흥민과의 대결에 대해 언급했습니다. 그런데 손흥민의 영입부터 훈련까지 모두 알고 있어 이를 어떻게 막을지 알고 있는 듯한 뉘앙스로 인터뷰를 진행해 더욱 화제가 됐죠.
No, I'm not going to be. You know, I'm not going to play central back. My central back need to stop him. No, of course we know. I think we know him, and he's a fantastic player, one of the best players in Premier League, and hope that it's not a good night for him. It's not going to be a good night for him.
포스테코글루 감독에게도 마우리시오 포체티노 감독에 대해 질문을 해보는데요.
Just finally, nobody likes being reunited with their ex, especially when they're with someone that they never liked. But how hopeful are you that the Spurs fan base will take the moral higher ground because they're so in love with you now and not show any hostility or animosity towards Maurizio on Monday?
Geez, that's a lot to take in, and thankfully those kind of days are well past me. I think your reference is to Maurizio, yeah. All right, so I'll try and get to that. Look, it's undoubted that he had an unbelievable impact on this football club. You know, as all of us, I guess, in our roles, that's our ultimate goal and ambition, is that, you know, whatever kind of doors we go through, that we make an impact. And he's had an undeniable impact on this football club. His time here, I mean, you know, he almost took the club to the ultimate summit of the Champions League, got close to the league. So his work is unquestioned. Everyone I speak to around here, there's still people who worked with him, can't speak highly enough of him as a person, as a manager. So I doubt there'd be anything but respect, you know, for Maurizio from anyone at this football club, supporters or people associated with it. His tenure here and his impact here is undeniable, and I think will stand the test of time. That, you know, whenever people think of Maurizio and his time here as a Spurs manager, we'll only look upon it with respect and fondness. That doesn't mean he's going to get a guard of honour on Monday night because we want to win, and I don't think he would expect that. But
현지 팬들은 이번 첼시전 라인업 역시 손흥민과 호흡이 맞지 않는 선수는 배제될 것이라는 예측과 함께 토트넘의 승리에 대해 기대감을 보이고 있죠. 영국 스포츠 방송에서도 토트넘과 첼시 중 어느 팀이 우승할지에 대한 분석이 이어지고 있습니다.
Just a reminder that Pochettino spent more time in charge at Spurs, and thinking about the return this weekend.
I know, we've just been speaking there. Will he get a good reception or won't he? Chelsea and Spurs rivalry has been going for many a years. One that, certainly for Spurs fans haven't liked Chelsea because the amount of times, they've beaten them. So I think it will be emotional for him definitely going back there to Spurs. I think the fans should show him the respect that he's earned in his time as a Tottenham manager. But I think there'll be mixed. I'm feeling like there might be some mixed reception for sure. I think. He's gone to Chelsea. That's their biggest rivalry. I think they're a bigger rivalry at times than Arsenal. Chelsea. Chelsea Spurs. It's a big rivalry.
So you don't think he's going to, be cheered when he arrives, or?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. I
don't think so.
Okay, I'll give you guys a call on Tuesday morning and say you were right or you were wrong. I'm quite surprised by that, given he spent so much time there. I thought, would still be loved. But you think it's hurt them that he's gone to Chelsea?
I think because it's Chelsea.
Spurs are in such a good place, though. Like, how can you, as we look at his record, 293 matches played, 159 won. They're in such a great place. Did you see Tottenham being top of the table at this point in the season? And how seriously are you taking them as title challengers?
I didn't see them being top. I thought they'd do well. I've got some mates who are Spurs fans, and normally in the summer, when they're telling me, oh, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. No, you're not. But this summer, I thought, okay, with Postecoglou, I could see him doing well, but not this well. In terms of how seriously am I going to take them as title challengers, I think there's still some little solutions they need to find in their game. There's more alternatives they're going to need to go all the way. And also when the competition is City, you kind of need to be perfect, don't you? But I think they've been brilliant, and I don't see them having a big drop-off at all.
And of course, led by Son Heung-min, who has 8 goals now in 10 Premier League matches. We'd wondered where would the goals come from after Harry Kane left. It's a topic we've been repeating every week, and they just seem to find a way to score. And his connection with Maddison is remarkable as well.
Oh, I think the signing of Maddison, and I think the leadership now of Son being given the armband of the club, I think he's really stepped up. I think he's been, or both of those 2 players you mentioned have been the difference for sure this season. I think Spurs, when Harry Kane was there, for as good as he was and for as many goals as he got, were too reliant on him, and their style of play, everything went through Kane. I feel like players around Son now are really stepping up. I think they have a completely different outlook, and when you watch them, they're exciting, and he's more central. You can see here most of his goals are from central areas, and he's in really good positions with the players around him to assist him, Sam.
Yeah, it's interesting, they kind of stumbled across it. He wasn't playing through the middle from the start of the season, but when he got the hat-trick against Burnley, it was almost like, oh yeah, we'll keep this going. Richarlison obviously was brought in to do that, but he hasn't quite got that same knack. It's not just Son's a quality player, he can score goals from outside the box, let's put him through the middle. Like you say, a lot of those goals we just saw then, he's scoring them from that 6-yard box, the second 6-yard box, the strikers call it. He knows where to be, and then Postecoglou's setup, it helps just create a lot of chances. He's not struggling for opportunities, he knows how to put them away, he knows where to be, and that's why some of the other players, the wingers, they're not getting loads of assists, not getting loads of goals, but he is, Maddison is, and that's why it's working. But that's why I'm kind of thinking over the course of the season, they might need a little bit more out wide, they might need a bit more creativity as well as Maddison in the middle, but I see them being top 4 for sure, and they deserve to be top of the league so far.
Yeah, it was interesting. We spoke to Son last week after the win over Palace, and I asked him, okay, are you starting to do the maths? Do you have any interest in the title? Is that something that's ever come up? And he said they have no interest. The fans right now,
the fans are super excited. It's interesting when you hear Postecoglou talk about the fans getting carried away. He actually quite likes that. I think when your team are performing well and you have that energy, and when you go to watch them, they're exciting. I think it's right that the fans run away with it a little bit and dream and have that dream of some sort of success. So I think it's nice that Spurs fans can actually go to a stadium now and actually appreciate a football, a style that the fans have wanted for a long time. And yeah, they're getting carried away a little bit, but why not whilst you're on top?
여러분의 소중한 의견을 남겨주세요. 바쁘시더라도 구독과 좋아요 부탁드립니다. 지금까지 단골이시였습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.